In this video, I'm going to be explaining internet capital markets. What is internet capital markets? What is Believe Coin and Launchcoin? And what does this all mean for crypto? So you can think of this as crowdfunding. It is a new way to raise funds to crowdsource for a new business or an idea. Now, the way that this would typically work is you would have a venture capital firm or angel investors that have a large fund of money and they invest in different startups. However, there are some problems with this. There are lockup periods and it doesn't allow for the small guy to invest in things early. That is the traditional way. However, with the launch of Believe app and Launchcoin, there is a new way for founders to raise money for an idea that they have, and this is very interesting. So you can look at it in terms of a meme coin, right? So meme coins, they rise and they dump, and they rise extremely high. You can see this is an example of Chill Guy, which reached almost $1 billion in market cap and then completely crashes down and is irrelevant. So imagine if founders, if people that have incredible ideas to launch a business could tap into this market and could earn a share of this money. If they could raise money the same way that a meme coin raises money, but instead it's going towards a business, a real idea turned into a business that these guys have. That is the ultimate way to raise funds. Meme coins raise an extremely extortionate amount of funds, and if you had an incredible business idea and you could tap into that market, you've got the expertise, you know exactly what you need to do, you just don't have the funds. So imagine if you could raise funds in this way and get your business up and off the ground. So that is what Believe app are doing. So Believe app is a new thing in crypto, and they've launched Launchcoin, which you may have seen about, which has done crazy numbers because this is a new innovation in crypto. Whether it's a new trend or not and it's just a hype thing, we don't know yet, but I think this is potentially going to be the new way that that funds are raised in the future for different businesses. So what is Believe app? So Believe app is an app on the Apple App Store, but they've also got Launchcoin, whereby when you're on Twitter and you see an idea, you can reply at Launchcoin and a coin will be made. You can see here these are recent coins that have been made. Obviously, a lot of these will simply just be like rugs, well, not necessarily rugs, but these coins will just die off. But you can go on Believe app and you can sort it by verified apps, and the ones that are verified, those founders have had to sign up and KYC. They've had to give over their passport information and fully expose themselves, so those verified ones you can have a bit more trust in. But this is Believe app, and you can see their docs here. They are building a new way to fund the future where attention becomes capital, just like meme coins, and anyone with a good idea can get funded by community quickly. Whether you're a solo builder, a scrappy team, or just someone with a dream, they're excited to help you launch. So this is very cool tech, very interesting. You can see the app here, Believe in something, and there are a few examples of this that have already launched. In fact, many coins have launched. I will show you the dashboard in just a second. But Dupe is a shopping site, so you can search for a product, say like a furniture, and it will give you the best price. So it's kind of like an aggregator for the best prices of products. And they've launched a coin through Believe app, and you can see it here. So there are a few examples of this. Fist Bump as well. These guys are pretty cool. I've made a whole video about this because I think the app that they're building is quite incredible and can do very well. But it's basically a tracking habits app, a social app, a new way to track your habits and keep yourself accountable. I think this is pretty cool stuff, and the founders behind this are some big people. So they have also launched on Believe app. So this is a great way. So this is a great way to raise funds for an idea. Because obviously if you think and this way, as soon as the coin is launched, and this way as soon as an idea is out there and somebody wants to launch a coin based off that idea and raise funds for their business, You as a small guy can invest straight away. From day one, it's publicly traded. From day one, instantly, that coin is publicly traded. So unlike a traditional stock or something where you have VCs that invest in a startup and then it becomes huge and then you only know about it once it's already in hundreds of millions of market cap, and then you invest after the majority of the gains have already been had, you can invest in brand new startups straight away and they are publicly traded from day one. So it's a very cool concept. I like it a lot. And I think we can see in the future this being used a lot more for different companies that want to launch their own coins. And the way that it works is the founder doesn't even need to purchase the coin to earn profits. There is a 2% fee. So for every transaction that occurs, 1% of that will go to the founder and 1% will go to Launchcoin's treasury. So that's a really interesting concept because it means they don't even have to own a bunch of the supply to profit. They can profit off the trading volume of their token, which is pretty cool. And taking a look at Believe Screener, this has been live for just 1 month and already they have over 27,000 coins launched and over $3 billion in lifetime volume. So this is huge. You can see the current market cap of Launchcoin is 175 million, and you can see in the past 24 hours they've done almost 90 million in volume. So this is huge. You can see the amount of transactions and the claimed fees already is almost $1.2 million. So this is being used a lot. Here you can see all the most popular coins that have been launched through Believe app or Launchcoin. And yeah, this is pretty insane to see how well these guys have done in just 1 month. So that is an overview of Launchcoin, Believe app, and what internet capital markets are. You may have been hearing a lot about this lately, so I thought I'd make a video explaining it. I can quite easily see a future where communities are funding ideas, funding businesses, new restaurants, new ideas, new things that founders want to start up. Communities will be funding that. They will be funding creators and they will earn a piece of the pie from day one. So if you found this useful, if you now understand what internet capital markets are, you may have been hearing a lot about Launchcoin lately and Believe app, so I thought I would come on here and explain it to you. So if you like this video, please leave a like, comment if you've got any questions, and subscribe if you want to see more crypto content like this.